In the world of football, we're used to seeing players wear boots, jerseys, and shin guards, but some players stand out for wearing something a bit different: glasses and goggles. While it might seem unusual in a sport known for its physical intensity, these eyewear choices were often driven by medical necessity or personal protection. In this video, we'll dive into the stories of some iconic footballers who made headlines not just for their skills, but for their choice to wear glasses on the pitch, and the reasons behind these decisions. Starting the list with perhaps the most tragic incident featured in this video. On New Year's Eve 2020, Galatasaray's Norwegian footballer Omar Elabdellaoui faced a life-changing injury when a firework exploded near his face, causing severe facial burns and damaging his right eye. The explosion led to significant damage to his cornea, and initial assessments indicated that he might lose vision in his injured eye. After multiple surgeries, including corneal transplants, partially using tissue from his sister's cornea, Elabdellaoui's medical team worked to repair the damage and improve his chances of regaining vision. Throughout his lengthy recovery, which involved intense medical treatment and rehabilitation, the Norwegian was advised to wear protective glasses to shield his damaged eye from further harm. Despite the challenging journey and a long road to recovery, the defender remained determined to return to the field. After over a year of hard work, he made a remarkable comeback in February 2022, playing a full match for Galatasaray against Göztepe. Although his vision was never fully restored, Elabdellaoui's resilience and mental strength allowed him to continue playing at a high level. However, in the last year, Elabdellaoui made the decision to retire, leaving behind a legacy of perseverance and dedication in the face of adversity. But his story is just one of many inspiring moments on this list. The life of Spanish defender Ángel Trujillo took an unexpected turn on September 27, 2015, when a shot from forward Lafita struck him in the eye, causing retinal detachment and 7 ruptures. The injury left him temporarily blind in his right eye and required 2 complex surgeries. Doctors even revealed that they have never seen such a case in football before and had no other incidents to compare it to. After 3 months of intense recovery, Trujillo made a remarkable return to the football field, regaining 97% of his vision. However, his recovery came with a new challenge. To protect his vision, Trujillo initially wore protective glasses while playing. Despite the initial difficulty of adjusting to this new reality, the Spanish defender embraced the change with determination. The Madrid-born central defender stated that during these months, he never thought about quitting football, and no one has encouraged him to do so. "Never. Football is my life. I'm happy playing football. I'll be there until my eye pops out," emphasizing his determination for the sport. Over time, he chose to play without the goggles, fully aware of the risks this decision could bring. While protective eyewear is typically designed for football, the next player opted to wear regular prescription glasses. Joop van Daele, a key figure in Dutch football during the 1960s and 70s, became iconic not only for his skill but also for the distinctive glasses he wore during matches. Unlike the previous incidents, he wore glasses to correct his nearsightedness. His eyewear gained national attention during the 1970 Intercontinental Cup final, when Estudiantes' Carlos Bechame broke them after the Dutch defender scored the leading goal for Feyenoord. For the remaining minutes, the Dutchman was forced to play without his glasses, but his team still managed to win the final. The incident sparked widespread interest, even inspiring several songs about it. At that time, specialized protective eyewear for sports like football was not as common or advanced as it is today, which left him with no choice but to use regular prescription glasses. Despite the attention and the symbolic significance of his eyewear, the Dutchman eventually switched to contact lenses, citing comfort issues while playing. While his glasses were iconic, they represented more than just a practical solution. They became an integral part of his legacy in Dutch football, and the story of his specs remains a memorable chapter in football folklore. However, there is an even more famous Dutch player known for his iconic specs. Legendary midfielder Edgar Davids wasn't just known for his aggressive high-energy style of play. His distinctive protective glasses made him one of the most recognizable footballers of his era. But those spectacles weren't just for show. In 1999, while playing for Juventus, Davids underwent surgery for glaucoma, a condition that damages the optic nerve and can lead to vision loss. After the operation, doctors advised him to wear protective eyewear to prevent further complications. At first, seeing a top-level footballer wearing such goggles was unusual, but Davids didn't just adapt, he absolutely thrived with them. Despite the condition, he remained one of the world's top midfielders, going on to play for clubs like Barcelona, Inter Milan, and Tottenham. Before the glasses, He had already made his mark in football, winning the Champions League with Ajax in 1995. But after the surgery, his career continued at the highest level, proving that even a serious eye condition couldn't stop him from dominating the midfield. His glasses weren't just a necessity, they became a symbol of determination, style, and sheer footballing brilliance. Speaking of sheer footballing brilliance, those words fit the next player perfectly. Even Brazilian superstar Neymar had to wear protective eyewear at one point. He showed his resilience and playful spirit in the lead-up to the 2010 Paulista final, after suffering an eye injury in the first leg against Santo André. The injury occurred when Neymar accidentally poked himself in the eye, raising concerns about his availability for the decisive match. Despite the uncertainty, Neymar remained confident in his recovery, even joking that if the doctor advised him not to play, he might just rip off his head. During training, he wore protective goggles to shield his injured eye, but his sense of humor remained intact. He playfully complained that the goggles fogged up in the rain and joked that he might need a windshield wiper if the weather didn't clear up. Ultimately, the Brazilian did take part in the final, wearing the goggles during warm-ups before dramatically tossing them into the crowd just before kickoff. He then put on a stunning performance, scoring a brace and helping Santos secure the 2010 Campeonato Paulista title in style. Rewinding 4 years, another player faced the challenge of wearing protective glasses. In February 2006, Mohamed Sissoko suffered a serious eye injury during a Champions League match against Benfica. A collision with Benfica's Beto resulted in a retinal detachment, putting his vision at serious risk. Following surgery and intensive treatment, doctors advised him to wear protective glasses to shield his healing eye. The glasses became a key part of his recovery, providing both physical protection and mental reassurance as he worked to regain his vision. By March, he had regained around 80% of his vision and, remarkably, returned to action in the same month. While the protective glasses were part of his comeback, they didn't last long. He removed them in the second half of his first match back against Birmingham. His swift return after such a severe injury was a testament to his resilience and highlighted the importance of proper medical care and protection in professional football. However, Momo Sissoko's incident wasn't the only one of its kind to occur during a football match. In January 2021, Argentinian left-back Nicolas Tagliafico suffered a serious eye injury after a collision with Vangelis Pavlidis during a match against Willem II. The impact caused significant swelling around his eye, impairing his vision and putting his health at risk. To protect his eye during the recovery process, Tagliafico began wearing protective glasses. He humorously mentioned that while the glasses didn't make him look any smarter, they did provide essential protection. Although initially uncomfortable, the Argentine quickly adapted to wearing the glasses, fully understanding the importance of safeguarding his eye and vision. He even joked about needing to wear them for several weeks, as they helped him continue his recovery without further complications. Once the swelling subsided, however, the World Cup winner decided to ditch the specs, and hasn't worn them since, returning to his usual style of play without the extra protection. The next player didn't just wear his glasses for a few matches, they were a staple throughout most of his career. Belgian winger Armand Jurion made a unique mark in football history by wearing glasses during matches throughout his career. Active from the 1950s to the 70s, Jurion played for clubs like RSC Anderlecht, Ghent, and KSC Lokeren, even earning 64 caps for the Belgian national team. What set him apart from most players of his era was his choice to wear prescription glasses, necessary due to his nearsightedness. As discussed in Daele's case, sports glasses were not yet available at the time. At his club's suggestion, Jurion tried to adapt to contact lenses but found them uncomfortable, so he opted for a specially adapted pair of glasses instead. At a time when most footballers didn't wear eyewear on the pitch, his decision was both unorthodox and impressive. His glasses allowed him to perform at the highest level without compromising his vision, although he admitted that aerial battles were nearly impossible. However, aerial battles for the next player almost seem unavoidable. In March 2017, Spanish central defender Javi Montero suffered a potentially career-ending injury during a routine training session. A severe blow caused retinal detachment in his eye, threatening both his vision and his future in football. Retinal detachment is a serious condition that can cause permanent vision loss if not treated properly, but Montero's journey became one of resilience. With the help of medical professionals, he underwent treatment and began his recovery. To protect his eye from further damage, the Spaniard wore custom-designed protective glasses, allowing him to compete at the highest level. He wore them during high-profile matches, including Champions League games with Atletico Madrid, proving that athletes can overcome severe setbacks with the right medical advice and equipment. However, as time went on, Montero decided to stop wearing the goggles, citing issues with fogging and performance interference. Seems like the list of specs-wearing defenders does not end. After sustaining a severe injury on the eye, in February 2017 during a Serie A match against Sassuolo, Ignazio Abate, the experienced AC Milan defender, faced a challenging recovery. The injury, diagnosed as blunt force trauma to his left eye, required careful monitoring to prevent long-term damage. Seeking a second opinion from a specialist in Miami, Abate received positive news, giving him hope for a full recovery. Although the Italian would miss the remainder of the 2016-17 season, his recovery showed promise for a return in the following campaign. To protect his injured eye, he began wearing yellow-tinted protective glasses during training. The eyewear, which became a distinctive part of his appearance, was not just a safeguard but also a symbol of his commitment to avoid risks. The glasses drew comparisons to those worn by Edgar Davids, as Italian fans were already familiar with this type of gear. However, after just one friendly match against Lugano, the glasses were no longer seen. A rather brief stint with the specs. Talking about brief stints. During the 2015-16 season at West Ham, Cameroonian midfielder Alex Song faced a unique challenge. After his teammate Angelo Ogbonna accidentally poked him in the eye during training, the ex-gunner had to wear protective glasses due to an eye condition. The condition required him to safeguard his eyes to prevent infections and further complications. Wearing the glasses on the pitch, however, came with its own set of difficulties. Under stadium lighting and varying weather conditions, Song struggled with issues like fogging, which impaired his vision during matches. Despite these challenges, he adhered to medical advice, understanding the importance of protecting his health. However, in Song's case, the use of the specs was not long-term, and he stopped wearing them after just a few weeks. Ending the list with an American defender. In early 2019, Andrew Farrell, a defender for the New England Revolution, suffered a serious injury on his eye. During training, a deflected shot hit him in the face, causing a ruptured retina in his left eye. Initially, the injury resulted in temporary vision loss, and when his sight returned, he struggled with a snowstorm effect, making it difficult to focus. To safeguard his eye and continue playing at a high level, Farrell decided to wear protective goggles as part of his recovery process. His decision was met with support from his family, friends, and teammates, who respected his commitment to the game despite the adversity. Interestingly, Farrell's goggles drew comparisons to those worn by Edgar Davids, especially due to their orange lenses. However, after the recovery was fully done, the strong defender ditched the fancy specs and continued playing without them. These players have shown that sometimes a little extra protection is all it takes to keep competing at the highest level. If we missed any players who wore specs, feel free to mention them in the comments. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more football stories. Out of Play says goodbye.